we are already streaming live onto our YouTube channel. I just want to get my second device in here so the rest of the people could join from the other side of the YouTube channel. Then we shall be good to go. I've seen so many people write to me about increasing the capacity. I will pay, but not now. I need this that I paid to erupts first. Then I will allow to pay again. So I will not pay. On what I'm supposed to teach, depending on my syllabus. Yes, it is my choice depending on which information and of what use you would use it to maximize profit. There is so much that I know, but at times it gets in my mind on how people will use what I teach for their benefit. So some information is important, but not necessary at the moment. When you work in what we call the circles of concern and the circles of effectiveness, you look at what is most important. Okay, what is most important for people to make money? Because the reason why you join money. So I'm not going to teach about order books because at the moment they are not necessary to my 3% 300x strategy. I have less time, and so I'm cutting off a lot and focus on the most important things you need to make money. And that's why you are here. Yeah. So I'll focus on what can help you make money. So it remains my personal choice on what I'm supposed to teach. If I look through the information and I see it's not what you need at the moment now to make money, so I will just now switch to my next topic. I've skipped like 5 of them around there, but then I need to leave them because if I take that direction, then I'll waste a lot of time. And my goal is to enable you quickly start making money, especially for the new people. So if you feel you are feeling very bad, you have nothing to do about that. We will not teach it. It is not necessary for now. Okay, so let's get to TradingView, and today we are going to be able to look at how to customize your TradingView. And this is just preparing me for my next week. Okay, since today is a Friday, this is going to prepare us for the next week. Okay, next week, for the next week, so that we start serious business. So I want to go to how to customize and everything to do with your TradingView, so that starting off next week, we start using this TradingView like nobody's business. When everybody now knows what this means and how do I use this, how do I use this, how do I customize indicators and the common indicators I use, all of them are going to be in position to be able to be discussed today, so that it becomes very simple for anyone to look at TradingView and understand what they are supposed to do and what they are not supposed to do. So that's what we want to handle right now. And then we are going to be good to go. So as my TradingView is loading up, that's going to be our topic, how to customize, okay? How to customize this TradingView to your liking. What you see on your screen right now, friends, is what we call a chart, okay? What you see on the screen is what we call a chart. Wow. I love it that coin has not yet gone up. So I have more opportunity to be able to come back and buy more. So since it has not yet delivered, so I'm very happy. You know, those in floating loss are feeling bad, but me, yeah, I have more chances. I pray it continues throughout the weekend. Yeah. Okay. So today, what you see on the screen is what we call a chart. Okay. For my very first time, when I came to look at this thing called a chart, I really did not understand what it meant. I really felt bad. I was not understanding what I was seeing on the screen. And if I had been taught, if there was someone who took me through what this I see on my screen was by then, what these lines mean, what they are, how important they are to me, I think I will be a very, very successful man. But trying to figure out this myself and learn all these hard battles to be able to identify what I see on my screen and what it is was not an easy thing. So let's start off by showing you different things on this app and define for you what everything is to enable you have an amazing, successful understanding. Okay, so friends, what is a chart? A chart is a story. Okay, a chart is a story, and it is a story of what happens in the market over time. Okay, so it is a story. So it's like you are going to be like reading a book. Okay, you are going to be like reading a book. When we talk about a chart, we are like reading a book. We are reading a story. And we are reading a story, friends, of the market. We are reading a story of the market. And it is important for you to know that we are reading a story of the market. And this market gives us clues. So the market, the chart, is a story that gives us clues about the market. What's happening in the market? What was happening in the market? So you are reading a story, my friend. You are reading a story. And it's a beautiful story. Okay, there will be some times when you read this story using the probability. Sometimes you read the story and you will be wrong. Okay, but you need to learn how to read the story so that you keep on increasing your probability to be more right than to be more wrong. And that's what we want to look at. So how can we be able to read this story and be able to interpret and be able to understand the story? That's why we are here, okay? So for us to be able to read this story very well, friends, we needed to customize this chart to our liking, okay? We needed to get this chart to our liking, to be able to follow our personal liking, things we like, so that we could be able to read this chart amazingly very well. So that's what we are going to do today, all right? Okay, so let's get into how we are going to be able to customize this chart, all right? Okay, now before we start customizing, it is important for us to understand that this chart has an x-axis and it has a y-axis, okay? At the bottom of my screen here, this bottom here, when you talk about the bottom of my screen here, it is a timeline. So here it has the time, it has the month, okay, it has the dates. So I press my cursor here in this chart, okay, when I press my cursor here in this chart down here, you see it gives me today is Tuesday. It means this candle up here was on Tuesday, and then it moves. So it says, what about when you put here? It says this was on the 7th About when you put here, it says, so down here, you see it as Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Tuesday. It gives you the time. So the bottom line here, friends, the bottom line here, this one, the bottom line, this one, has the date, this one, it has the date. So when you press your cursor in the middle, you'll be able to see the date, the time. Okay, someone is writing to me, but what you are teaching, we already know. Okay, just leave. Just leave. Yes, just leave. Don't waste time. Just go. Me, I'm not here for you. If you already know me, I'm not here for you. Me, I'm following what I'm supposed to teach. By the way, just to not to get rude to someone, these are series and seasons. Okay, so I usually start off again. Whatever I teach, I really start off again for the new people. Okay. Someone is saying, how do you get the chart? Okay, so you missed the first lessons of Coach Mopiwa. So you need to download a TradingView application or use the website www.tradingview.com. So you will get the chart. Okay, you get the chart. Okay. Okay, let's get in. Get the chart. Now that is the bottom line. So maybe, but now I will take a lot of time. Okay, so let me see. So when you come to any browser, but now this is gonna take a lot of time. I wanted to just start off. Let's see. I hope you will be able to figure out. Okay, so this is the browser. So here, this browser, if you're using a phone, you just need it. So I'll come here and I write in the word TradingView. I'll write in the word TradingView. If you are using a phone, you just download. So I write in the word TradingView and I browse. Okay, so it comes. This is it. So I will tap on TradingView. This is now I type on TradingView. So I want to get the TradingView application. Okay, just helping someone who says it's a little bit confusing. Now here it comes. So you need to open up an account. Okay, you need to open up an account. It comes with indices, stocks, ETFs, exchange traded funds, crypto, forex, futures, and bonds. It's an area of financial markets. So it does not only look at cryptocurrencies, but it looks at everything. Okay, everything. So you can come specific here at crypto. And if you don't want, you can type in what we call a ticker. Okay, you can come here on the search button and you type in a ticker. Now, what is a ticker? Okay, I know some of this lingua is new to some of you. A ticker is the name of the asset you want to look at. For example, Bitcoin. Bitcoin. So I write in the ticker here on top of the search button. Let me get off this. I write here the ticker. So I say BTC. It is the ticker of Bitcoin. If I want to look for Ethereum, I write ETH. Give me one in the chat if that is clear. So you look for the ticker. So that you can be able to customize. So you open up an account. So I write BTC. Okay, it's the ticker of it is the short form of Bitcoin. So I write BTC. Okay, and so many will appear. It will be the BTC US dollar. It will be the BTC USDT. So these will be different platforms. Okay, then maybe I want to go specific. If I want USDT, I want to go specific. So it will bring me BTC stroke USDT. Then what will I do? I'll launch the chart. So I don't have, if I don't have an account here, I'll just launch the chart and the chart will appear. So this will be the chart of BTC. That's how you get into this. This will be the chart of BTC. Hope you can see it here. So this is the chart of BTC. And so since this is the chart, so it has the lower part, which is this axis. It has the upper part, this axis. And I've told you the lower part, okay, the lower part here, this one, it has the dates. And this one, this upper part here, it has the prices. So here it has the prices and here it has the dates, all right? I hope that is clear now. Give me one in the chat if it is clear. So you open up an account with your email. And now the reason why I'm here is to customize. So let's now move, friends. Okay, now on this top part, it has the name of the coin that you are looking at. The name, BTC/USDT. Okay, now it has the time frame that you are looking at. I will go into time frame a little bit later. So you can choose to say, I'll go into 1 hour. I want to look at this chart in 1 hour. I want to look at this in 30 minutes, which means every candle that you see on my screen, either green or red, is for 4 hours in this case. When I go to 1 hour, it means that every candle you are going to see on my chart is for 1 hour. It means it takes 1 hour for this candle to be complete. When I go in 30 minutes, it means that it is for 30 minutes. Okay, now you can choose any time frame. So I'll go into time frames and how they work. So you can even tap on this arrow here, and then you go in for more time frame. Okay, I always use the most common. Okay, there is a lot. Then after the time frame here, we have the candles. These are the candles. We have bars, we have halo candles, we have volumes, we have lines, we have line markers, step lines. Me, I will advise you to use the ordinary candles, these ones, okay? The ordinary candles. The next year, we have indicators, and the normal indicators, like you see these ones that are in my screen, you'll find them here at indicators. This has already been done. Now, let's now get to real business. Now, you need to customize. I'll press it in 4 hours. You can customize this to your own liking, okay? If you want to add up indicators, depending if you do not have a paid version, friends, okay? If you don't have a paid version, you may not be able to add more than 2 indicators on your screen. The reason why this can add more than 2 is because, friends, I have paid for this. So if you want to pay, if you open up your account and you want to pay, just go on the top here, logged in as Kabanda Julius here, KJ. Then you tap on subscription if you want to subscribe and be able to get these other tools on board. So you can come here, you either come back here on home, or you can be just go into your browser here a little bit. You are going to find the subscription so that you pay. There is account and billing here so that you pay. You can pay in different ways. I don't want to leave this side. You're going to pay in different ways. You can pay in crypto. You can pay using a Visa card. If you don't want to pay, use the free version. Give me a 2 in the chat if that is clear. So you will only have not more than 2 indicators in your screen. And also the other thing is that you will not be able to add so many coins onto your chart. Okay, they will allow you a maximum of 30. Okay, so you should not get annoyed that mine is not adding as many as yours. It's because mine is a paid version. So it's very little. It is around $14. In Uganda, it's around 50,000 Ugandan shillings. Okay, now when you add up indicators here, you can decide to come on these indicators, tap on the eye and close it, or tap on the next and you close it, or tap on this arrow here and you hide them. Okay, now let's first start with the charts. Let me get off these indicators and then we start off with the chart. So you can tap on the eye and the indicator will always disappear from your chart. And then after disappearing, you can hide them. Okay. Okay, now if you want to visualize just these candles like you see them here in my chart, you can double click on these candles direct. Okay. Why is it too slow? Let me get back to TradingView, friends. This is too slow. It is too slow. I will not manage. It is really taking a lot of time. So let me get back to my TradingView here. I hope we are now okay. Now, when you add indicators in your chart, for example, I come here, okay, my normal indicators that I usually use. When you find an indicator, for example, you come here on technical, and maybe you had me saying MACD, moving average convergence divergence indicator. It is here. If you want to use it and have it on your favorite, you just tap on this star like this, then it joins. Then you tap on it once, then it sits in your chart. So it's going to appear down here. Now you will find that if you look at this chart of mine, it has a division. It has this division of where candles are. It has this division where this indicator is. So if I want only this upper side, I'll just tap here. And I'll only have it. I tap twice, then the chart will come. If I want to return my MACD, I just double tap, it appears. If I want only to see the MACD over my screen, I'll come in this area here, I double tap, then the MACD only will appear. So when I want to see the other charts too, I tap here, then this will appear. So if I want only this to appear, so I will just double tap here. So I want to customize these candles. So I'll just double tap on these candles, and there they come. So they start with a symbol. Now, with the symbol, you want to make sure that you have your candles very, very clear. Okay, very, very clear. I will come here on the body and I will choose a light green. I want my candles to be green enough. Okay, then I come here on the red, I choose this dark red because I want my red to be clear. Then I come here on the borderlines, I also choose this light green. Then I come here on the red, I choose this dark red. Then I come here on the green, I choose this dark green. Then light green, sorry, a little bit. Then I choose the red, I make sure that it is also red. Then when I come down here, I want to move with my time zone. Moving with my time zone. Now, for example, Uganda is not here, but here is Nairobi. So we share the same time zone. So I'll choose Nairobi here. So you see my time zone will be here. And when I go back now to my candles, then I press OK. When I go back to my candles, can you see now that my candles are very clear? The green is real green and the red is real red. Give me one in the chat if you have learned that. We are still continuing with customization. We are still continuing with customization. Give me one in the chat if you are learning. Good, beautiful. Okay. Now, I double tap again on these candles. I double tap again on these candles. Now I go to status line. Now what is status line? Now this is the status lines, friends. I think I need to get my cursor on. I think I need to get my notation on. So this is the status line. You see up here, this one. This is on my status up here. This is the status line. So what do I want to see here is what we are going to look at, okay? So let me clear and then show you. So you come on these candles, you double tap, and then the status line is here. Now the logo of this coin. Now I already know that this coin is called a NOT. So if I don't want the logo of NOT, I remove it. Then the title here, it even has a description when you tap on this arrow. Do you want the ticker? Do you want the ticker alone? Do you want the ticker and the description? Anything. So if I don't want the title of the coin, I remove it. Why do I remove it? Because the coin is already appearing up here. It is called NOT coin. Now, open market status. if I don't want to know that the market is open, because I opened it here when the market is open, I untick it. Then I would like these prices here, because these prices here show me, okay, let me bring my tick again. So this one, it has O, H, L, C. It has the price where the coin opened. This is the open. Was the highest price of this coin. This was the lowest price, and this where the coin closed. So I can see, oh, it opened here. You see it opened. Let me remove this. Let me press OK and remove it. Then we get there. So let me press OK. So let me get back my cursor. Now I can see, oh, it opened at this price. Then it closed. This was the highest price, 0.02153. This is where it was the highest price. Okay. Now this was the lowest price. This was the lowest price. Okay. The lowest price of the previous candle, 0. Okay. Now this was the close. But this close at the same time is also the current price. Am I making sense to someone? Because it has not yet closed. It is the current, because it has not yet closed. This one. Because it has not yet closed this one, it is the current price. So I can be able to see on my chart without me going so specific. So I need this to be. So let's get back again. So I double tap on these candles again. I go to status line. So what do I want? Do I want to see volume above there? Do I want to see the last day's change prices, the values for yesterday? Still, I can continue. I don't know if I'm making sense. Then I can continue up down here. The indicators. Do you want the titles of the indicators? If you don't want, they will not appear. Do you want the arguments of the indicators? When I talk about arguments, let me get back here to these indicators and open them up. So let me double tap. Okay, status line, that's where we are. So I'm just coming down here. So if I don't need the titles of the indicators and I untick, the titles will disappear. So the titles will also disappear with the values of the indicators. So I want to make sure when I tick arguments, so it will give me, is it a 21 moving average? Is it a 55 moving average? These values of the Fibonacci, which is this? So I need these arguments to be there. Now, the values. Do you want the indicator to be showing you, like for example, the 55 moving average, this one, at what average is it? Because when you see this moving average here, friends, this one, this is a 55 moving average here. What price is it? You see this yellow? I don't know. I'm just trying to be very specific now. Do you see the price here? This one, the value here. It is the value here. Can we see that? It means that the average price of the last 55 candles is this one. And this is a 21 moving average, which means the average price of the last 21 candles is this one here. If you are following, give me a 2 in the chat. I'm very slow. You just need to follow. People are getting annoyed. Things are very hard. Someone is asking me, where is Coach Mopio? Can you unmute? Why do you need Coach Mopio? He's around. What's the problem with him? Is he sick? Let me get back. Coach Mopio, someone wants to hear you. I don't know why he's looking for you. Coach Mopiwa, there's someone who needs you here. I don't know what's the problem. What is your problem with Coach Mopiwa? You miss him for what? He finished his classes. He's done.
I'm here, Coach Julius. Who's looking for me?
Someone is called Young. Instead of him focusing on the information, he's focusing on you.
Yes, continue with the training.
Maybe he's seeing Nimbus clouds.
All right,
No, please,
I'm here.
right. Please don't go to indicators. I will come to time when I'm talking about indicators. What I'm describing for you here is just for you to get accustomed to the trading view. I'm not teaching indicators. Please don't cause confusion. I'm just giving you the overview of what you are supposed to know about your trading view. Those that are following, give me a 2 in the chat, because there are those that are causing confusion now in the chat. Those that are following, give me a 2 in the chat. You know, there are usually 2 classes of people. Someone who decides to confuse themselves. Those that are following, drop me a 2 in the chat. Hey, we move. You know, there are people who confuse themselves. Follow the topic. I'm not discussing indicators. I'm trying to show you how you can customize your trading view. So don't put a lot of confusion in. I want Coach Mopiwa. I want Coach Mopiwa. So I don't understand. Someone, instead of focusing on the information, is wasting time. And the coach is here. He's also here learning. He's one of our students of the crypto ambassadors, but he's very good now. Okay, so let's go. Now, this is the value. This is the value. Here. Here. So if you decide, because we are customizing, so when you double tap on my screen, so I'm going to hide this. So I'll tap on this indicator here and remove it from my screen. Then I tap on the arrow and they all disappear, so they'll be hidden. So when I double tap on these candles here, I'm now on the status line. What do I want to see? On the status on top there. Okay. Now, they're talking about the background of the indicator. So what do I want? Do I want a dark background or a minimum background? Do I want to see the last base values or not? If I don't want and I untick them, they will disappear off my screen. So this is, so here on top, you see I have the open of this coin for today, the high of this coin for today, the lowest price of this coin, the close, which is now the current price, the volume, the volume. Volume is the amount of money and the percentage. So if I don't want, then here I have the prices at which the market is selling at. Then here I have the prices at which the market is buying at. This is usually the current price. This is usually where the candle started from to start going down. I hope we are clear. Now, this will appear when people are selling, and this will appear when someone buys. As simple as that. So let's still continue with this side. Now, from the status line, we now am not interested in the logo, the title. I can also decide to remove these bars, the bar change values. And when I press OK, whenever the candle changes, they always appear, but I can decide to remove it. They were around here, the values around here. Now let me double tap on the candles again. And now we go to the scales and the lines. The scales and the lines. Now it starts with the price scale. I told you on this side, let me remove this first. I told you on the price scale is here. The price scale is here. This is the price scale on the side here. So the price scale, how we can start with currency and unit. Do you want the currency and the unit to be appearing on your screen? So let me first. Someone is saying something in the chat. I'm following, but the thing is complicated. How is this chart different from the chart in Royal Q? I mean the chart we access while setting trades. No, this is TradingView. Here, Ingrid, where you are is an extra class. An extra class that teaches a skill of trading. It has nothing to do with Royal Q. They are even not coordinated. We are here to teach you how you can look at the market and find a good coin to trade. It has nothing to do with Royal Q. They are not coordinated. They don't even look similar. Give me one in the chat if I've answered that very well to you, or anyone who's understanding. So here, if you were on Royal Q and you are getting issues, it has nothing to do with Royal Q. It's an application called the TradingView. So if you were looking on, if you were looking on your TradingView on Royal Q and looking for it and you can't see it, then it means you have been missing our previous classes. Totally different. This is a skill. And if you don't need this skill, it is not necessary. It is not a must to have this skill. This skill is free. We are here just teaching you a lifetime skill, a skill you can learn that you can go to the market anytime you want and find a coin and say, this coin can give me 10%. This coin can give me 50%. This coin can give me 5% at any time. Okay, all right, so this is your first time in this class, I understand. All right, so let's go. So I'm trying to teach this chart and how people could use it for their own, okay? So we are still on the currency unit. So when you come on the currency unit, there is usually two arrows. One, you want the currency unit to be visible over the mouse. So when I tap over the mouse and I press here, friends, what's going to happen is whenever I move my cursor in the chart, the price will be moving with my cursor. Am I making sense? The currency unit will be moving. And if I come here and I tap on this plus sign here that is here, it will tell me, do you want to add an alert on the note coin? Do you want to add an alert on the moving average? So it will, do you want to add, to put in, so it will ask me on the plus sign that usually moves and appears on my chart. But if I change my perspective and I say, no, me what I want, when it comes to scales and lines, I want it to be visible, always visible. Don't go for always invisible, because you want the price to always be visible, okay? So I will just make it always visible, okay? Now next is scale modes A and L. The scale modes A and L. When I say always visible, let me show you. So I'll press OK. You see down here. Can we see here, friends? Let me see if I can show you. Can we see A and L here on the scales? We are working on this scale. I don't know if people are following. How many of you have discovered that we are working on this scale? When we talk about scales and lines, the lines that are going to appear in our chart and these scales that are here, how do we want them to be? Give me a one in the chat if you have been following. That's what we are working on. We are working on how do we want this to appear? How do we want this to appear? I don't know if people are following. Are we following? When I talk about scales and lines, the lines that appear in our chart and the scales, that these figures that are on the side, is what we are discussing now. How do we want them to appear? You see someone who is here is saying the things are confusing. Is that easy or it is hard? Because someone is writing for me here a very long story. Is that easy or it is hard? Let me know. Let me know. Just this scale here. Is it easy or it is hard? Huh? It is easy. Yeah, people are just causing confusion, but the thing is easy. It is introduction. The thing is basic. I'm not complicating anything. Because someone is saying you are overcomplicating. It is basic information. I don't want you to get confused as I continue. It is easy. So you just tap on these candles twice. Then it brings scales and lines. So when we tap on A to make scale modes A and L, so when you come here and say A, what do you mean? When you come here and tap on A, the scale will change. When you come here and tap on L, the scale will change. With A, friends, let me remove them. With A, the auto fits it fits the data on the screen. Then this will make the data logarithmic. I don't know how I can express that, but what can I do? How can I express it in little English? How can I express that in little English? But now, A and L are not on. When I press on A and L, my screen will now, how do they call logarithmic in simple English? Now, my data will fit in the screen, and I'll try to put more information in a shorter space. Is it now clear? It will try to fix the scale to be near each other. So me as a trader, I don't know if I'm making sense. It will try to pull the information into I don't know if I'm clear. It will try to fix everything in one place, in short. So me as Julius, I'm not interested in the A and L here on scales. So I'll come here and I say, I want it to be always invisible so that my scale will be normal. Give me one in the chat if that is clear. So I don't want it to be visible so that my scale will not be too much fixed and it will be not too much near each other so that it will move with my preferences. Okay, now the next one is lock bar ratio. Here you are locking the chart. You see, when I come here, I want you to see the difference. And I move my cursor up and down like this. The scale is locked. But when I double tap on my screen here, and I come here on scales and lines here, and I untick this lock price so that my screen is not locked. You see, I can move my screen freely like this. I don't know, when the other time when I was moving it, the numbers were not increasing, they were fixed in one place. But now, when it's not locked, I can freely move my cursor up and down and move these figures the way I want them. Give me a 2 in the chart if I've seen that. But when I lock my chart, let me lock it now. When I come here, and I come here on scales and lines, and I lock my chart, then I press OK. It's going to be hard for me. Instead of them moving up and down, they just move near each other like this. But when I unlock it, you know, this is basic information. If you don't learn it, then you will not be able to use trading. When I unlock it like the way I want it, the figures will be moving freely like this. Is it clear? Give me a 5 in the chart if that is clear. So you can usually lock and unlock your chart depending on how you want to use it. Okay? Give me a 5 in the chat if that is clear. So these are simple, basic things that you can be able to enjoy. So I want to still continue with scales and lines. Okay. Now, scales placements. These scales here, placement, as be, I don't want them to be, so I can say, let them stack to the left. I change it to the left, like you see here. Now, what do I mean here by the left? It means I'll be reading my figures on the left side. But I want to remind you that the market moves from the left to the right. The market moves from here to the left, then to the right. I have a question. Would you like your prices to be on the left, or you would like your prices to be on the right? Some answers in the chat. Would you like your prices to be on the right if you were me, or you like them to be on the left, where the market is going? Thank you. You want it to be on the right, where the market is going. So I will come here, tap on my charts again. Then I come here on scales and lines. Then I scroll down. Oh, no, it is here, scales placement. So if I decide it to be on the right, it will be on the right. Even if I decide it to be on auto, it will automatically be on the right where the market is going. Now, let's continue. Now we go to price labels and lines. The labels. So do you want what we call overlapping labels? So I don't want overlapping labels. When I talk about overlapping labels, it means that when I take this, these prices of these indicators will be appearing down here. But since I have it up here, I may decide that I don't need it here. Am I making sense? I already have these prices on these indicators here. I have the prices on these indicators here. Do I still need them down here? I don't know if people are understanding me. I have the prices of this indicator here. Do I still need it to appear here to congest my scale? Some answers in the chat. I already have this. When I look up here, I can see, okay, the moving average is at that. Also, I see here the 21 moving average is at that. And it's just here. So I know this is 55, this is 21. So do I need these overlapping labels? I don't want it. So that's why me, according to me, I say, I will not put it on. So when I press OK, the labels will be up there, but they will not be down here. Give me a 2 in the chat if I'm clear. Now, what you see, I don't need them up there. So that I create clarity. Now, have you seen I can move my chart close? I can move my chart far like this to get clear view. Just putting your cursor here, you long press, you move up, you move down. You can easily move your scale because it is not locked. And whenever you do like this, it makes your candles wider. And the same thing here on the date. We are going to work on it. I can move my cursor like this, and I push this far. Or I can say like this, I move it close on the plus. Or I can say like this, I move it like that. I can move it to the right, like this. I can move it to the left, to the left, right, left. I can increase it to go far. Then I just make the middle and pull it here where I want it. You're using your cursor. Now let's get in. These scales and lines, we are not yet done. So when I press OK, no overlapping labels. It is very important, friends. Okay, so let's get here and we continue. Scales and lines. Then I'm going to continue down here. Now count down for bar to close. This one here. There's this plus button. I'm forgetting what it does. I'm forgetting. I'm not going to go into this. Is this plus button? I'm forgetting. I'll just leave it for now. I'll find out. Now, count bar to close. When you put on this thing, count bar to close, how many of you can see that? These 2 hours, 21 minutes. How many of you can see that? This one here, 2 hours, 21 minutes, 27 seconds. This is the remaining time for this candle for 4 hours to close. I need it to be there so that I can see, oh, this candle is remaining 2 hours to close. That is bad. Now, symbols. The symbols, the value, and the line. So do you want the symbols, the value, and the line? So it will tell me the coin is called not coin. The value is that. So when I remove the value, it will not show me the price. The line, if I don't put the line of the candle will disappear. You see that red line? When it is green, it will be green. When it is red, it will be red. So what I don't need is the name. Okay? So now here, the colors. Which type of colors do you want? I usually want it to be either green or red. When the market is green, the market is going up, let it appear green. When the market is going down, let it appear what? Am I clear, friends? Okay, maybe you want it to be too thick, you can increase on the thickness. Okay. Now, here it has values according, do you want values according to the scale or price and percentage value? So when you put percentage value, it will show you how much profit it has made from its lowest point. But me, I don't want that. I want the value according to the scale. Now here it says previous day close, yesterday's line where the market. So do you want the value when the coin was closing yesterday and the line? So you will have this small line. This is where the market is in my screen. So I don't need it. Okay. Then let us go to indicators. So here it is showing the value. This is the value of this indicator and the name. So moving average plus the value. So if I don't need them, I will untick and the values will disappear. Let's continue down. We are dealing with only that scale. Now, this shows pre and post market. Pre and post market. Do you want the pre and the post market? Yes, these values are key. Do you want to see the high and the low, the value of the highest point and the value of the lowest point? But remember, friends, it has already showed me up there, so I don't need this. Do I need the bid and the ask, the value, where the buyers, whenever a buyer buys, the changes. Whenever the seller, so here they buy, here they say, no, I don't need this nonsense on my chart. So I want my chart to be as simple as possible. Okay, so let me continue down here. Okay, here it shows you the time scale, days of weeks, the date format. Which format do you want? Do you want to start with the date September? So me, that is okay. Then how do you want to see your scale? Do you want to see it in 24 hours or do you want to see in 12 hours? I love 24 hours. So that is how our scale has been made. We have put it to our preference and it only shows us the price of the coin and the count bar to close. Give me a 3 in the chat if you have learned that. Give me a 3 in the chat after just the screen color and colors. So that's how it looks. Okay, that's how it looks. So you tap on these candles. We started with the symbol and we put in our light colors. Color bars based on previous close. I don't need color bars in my, I don't want to confuse. Because when I tick this, friends, someone asked me this, when I tick this, it will always change these color bars and I don't want confusion in my chart. I want it to be just normal. So I will double tap. Then I get back here. I will tick it on the candles. So we have handled these scale lines, status lines, scale lines. Now we want to handle the canvas. Now what is the canvas? The canvas, these are squared lines you see on my screen. Now, Since I usually come on my chart all the time, I want a dark black screen. I want my background to be pure black. Let me press OK so that you can see. Can you see how now my chart looks nice for my eyes? But now it doesn't have the gradient within it. Can you see how it looks nice on my eyes? It's black. It does not affect my sight. Because as a trader, I don't want to be a successful trader with dead eyes. Am I making sense? Give me a, am I making sense? Please, the lesson for today is not understanding. What is confusing you? You are the one confusing yourself. Friends, let me know. Am I confusing you? I'm teaching you to customize your trading view. Am I confusing you? Maybe you are new. It is your first time to be here. You need to be attending these classes consistently, or else you might end up confusing yourself. Let me find out. Am I over confusing you, friends? Someone is saying the class is. I'm teaching you to customize your trading view. And I'm very slow. Am I too fast? Let me know. Am I too fast? I'm moving step by step. I told you we are tapping on candles. How do we want our chart to look like? Maybe it's you who's confusing. You see, when someone gets to these classes, yes, I'm coming back the background. So, like I've said, you just tap on these candles here. We have finished symbol, status line. Now we're on canvas. And on canvas, we have background. And background, there are different colors, but I want mine to be gradient, which makes it a little bit better, like we shall see. When I make it this solid, this is solid. So I have a question. Looking at the screen, that is solid. And this is gradient. Which of the two looks nice? Some answers in the chat according to you, depending on your preference. Which to me, okay, so if solid looks nice for you, choose solid. But me, I love gradient. It looks well for me, okay? So I'll choose gradient. Then on the color, because I come and I stay long on trades, I want my background to be black, okay? I want my background to be black. Now let's go to the grid lines. These are lines that get into our chart. So they are horizontal and vertical, okay? Now, these lines to me, they are very important because they put up a good background. So I will just increase them a little bit. Okay, so you tap on the color and I will increase them a little bit. Okay, so after increasing them a little bit, I don't want them to be so loud onto my chart. Okay, now they're disappearing now. So I needed to keep on increasing until I can be able to see them. Okay. So if I increase this capacity, so they'll be as loud as that. So that's why I keep on lowering my opacity so that they are not so loud, but they're also not so dark. Okay, just around there. Okay, so they're not so loud, but they're also not so dark. Good. So that is my chart. It has some squared backgrounds in the back. They're not so important, but they give me a good, nice look on my chart. Okay. So I come back here, tap on scales and on canvas again. Now there are panel separators. Okay, let me show you panel separators. Can we see panel separators? Now we are, can you see this line here? There's this line here. Can you all see this line I'm circling? You see this line there separates 1 from 2. So that is the panel separator. So when I come here and I tap here like this, you see I'm above here. But when I decide to come here, you see I'm in this one alone here. I don't know if you can see. So there is this line, this one, that separates the top part from the down part. It's called the panel separator. So when I double tap here and I come here on canvas, I can decide to say this panel separator here, maybe for you want it to be red. Maybe for you want it to be yellow. Maybe for you want it to be orange. Maybe for you, any color you want. Then maybe you want that crosshair to be very thick. Then someone says, me, I want it to be small. Now this is different, but this is the panel separator. Me, as a person, I'm not interested in so much of its clarity. That's why I will get its thickness very low. That is the panel separator that I'm working with. It separates the panels. Okay? Now the crosshair. What is this crosshair, friends? Let me show it to you. And let me make it white. And let me make it thick. Good. Let me show you the crosshair. You see, this is the crosshair. Can we see, friends? This is the crosshair. It usually shows you, it's called the crosshair because you see below it gives you the time and here it gives you the price. But me, how can I have a crosshair like this? So I'm not interested. So you put what you want. So I'll come here on my canvas and come on this crosshair. Sir, your thickness must be very low. And the other thing is that now here I've made it very low, which is okay to me. Then I don't want to be a line. I want it to be either a dash line. It's a dash line. Either I want it to be a dash line, and maybe the thickness is too low. I could increase the opacity to that. I'm good with that. Okay, now next is the watermark. Okay, the next is the watermark. Now, how many of you have seen charts that appear like this? Someone gives you a screenshot of a chart and in it has not USDT 4 hours. So it is the watermark of the coin. Am I still here or am I alone? Are we following? Okay. All right. So this is the watermark that you see in the background. Me, I'm not interested. So I'll just come here on canvas and I untick this watermark. Now, let's go. Having done that, now we are going on the scales, these ones. So how do you want your scales to look like? Do you want them to be bigger? 14, that's the thickness. Okay, someone says, me, I want 20. It will appear. Now, me, my eyes are still okay. I usually go in for a 10, or I can go for, I don't want it to be too small to affect my eyes. I can go in for a 12. I can go in for a 14. I don't want it to be too small, and I also don't want it to be too big. Now, the lines, these lines. Now, the navigation. So simple things are here. The navigation, I want my navigation to be visible like this on my screen. The pen, I want it to also be visible here on my screen as I cast. Now the top, the margins. Okay, now we have the margins. You can increase this to say maybe I want it to be. So these are the margins. That's how they separate. So you make it them bigger. But me, I want moderate. I usually go in for an 8. I usually go in for an 8. I want moderate because the more you make them moderate, the more you can be able to see. Okay, the bottom, this side at the bottom, what do you want? Do you want them to be 0? Do you want to increase them? I usually go in for either an 8, a 10. I can keep them to 10 each so that they're moderate. Do you want the bars? the bars down here, I usually keep them at around 8 or 9 or 10 so that I could be able to balance off my screen always. I don't want them to be so big and I don't want them to be so small. So I usually go in for either a 10 or an 8. Then I press OK. So I have customized my screen to what I want. And I'm good to go now. I can move my scale to what I want. I can tap in the middle, push it any side I want. Like this, okay? And I can use it effectively to what I want, okay? So now let's go to trading, and this will be my last. So buy and sell buttons, do you want them to appear or you don't want? These are buy and sell buttons up here. Okay, whenever they buy and whenever they sell, if I'm not interested, I remove them. Instant orders, do I want them? Do I want an alarm? Whenever anything happens, I could go in for this all. I can come in here. Events, do I want notifications on events? Whenever there are events on particular coins, do I want those events to appear? It's this one you see on my screen. This one here. This is an event. It shows which event is happening on Notcoin. Notcoin maintains a bullish momentum. What next? This was 2 days. So it gives me Notcoin scores 47% in profit. So I want news that is happening on this coin to always appear. Okay. Now appearance of positions, profit and loss, reference orders. Now I know many people are confused because these things are merged, but the trick is one. Okay, you don't need to go in for everything. You may go in for just a few. Now these are events. Okay, these are events. Now ideas. You want to see other people's ideas, what other people think about this coin. You want session breaks. Session breaks, these are these lines you see in the middle of my screen. Whenever a session ends, whenever a session ends, it shows you, I don't need this too much in my screen. Economic events, all future events. You want future events. You want events that break. So these are just events that are happening on this particular coin. Do you want news notifications that are happening on this coin? You can come and get these. Do you want alerts? So these are just notification and events that are happening on this coin. Some might be of your interest, some may not be of your interest. Now, do you see these blue dots that are in here? These are people's ideas. Now, if you're not interested to have these, so these are people's ideas. When you tap on someone dot, someone gives you his idea. Now, this is Charles Campolo, Kambara Babulist. He made his idea. It's an idea. It's not the perfect thing that is going to happen. It's just what someone thinks about the coin. So it is coming. You see, he drew and he said, this is what he thinks. And this is where the coin is now. So he drew and said the coin is going, he drew a parallel channel. And that is his idea. So you say, okay, so he thinks this coin is going to go, this is his target. He says this coin will get here, okay. But it is now not moving in his favor now. These are ideas. Are we there? So today I'll stop on that. I've taken too much time. But if I don't want people's ideas, I may not click on them. Or I can tap on my chat here and I get back here on events. Then I say people's ideas go away. Then I press OK. That's what we had for today. I know many people cannot swallow. No, these are just basics. These are small things. These are just basics. They need you practice. I'm not rushing, but these are just small basics. You just need to tap on the candles and you read through the different parameters that are given. You don't need to give yourself a headache. Whenever you change them, you'll be so this this session is recorded onto the YouTube channel, and because what I see in the chat can make me laugh. This session is this. Let me bring Coach Mopua, because you see this guy joined when he doesn't know anything. Maybe he would try, and I've been teaching like this for the last 2 years. Now, I know Coach Mopua, an idea to the new people who have got confused today. Because now we are about to start serious business. We are about to start serious business. You see, a message to these people before I come to the end of this call for today.
Coach, they don't need it to be disturbed by today's lesson. If they can check their TradingView, the features that you were navigating with us today, most of them, they are default. So even if they don't do the settings, their TradingView is going to appear well. What matters is how to use the TradingView app so that they get the right interpretation of the chart. That's what matters. So they don't need to go and tap all those areas that we were tapping. No, it's only for people who are so inquisitive. They want to know what is here, what is here, what is here. How do you set this? How do you set this? That's why you are doing this lesson. So some, I don't know why they are getting confused, but they needed to know that all what they see on the TradingView app can be said, and they can do it by themselves. That's why you are giving us these lessons. So they should not worry. They can just bypass today's lesson and they go for the next lesson, or either they just leave it like that. That's simple. That's simple. They don't need to be confused, you know.
All right, thank you so much. So you don't need to worry. You can use the default settings that are in, or you can decide to take off some time and customize your trading view to your liking. So see you on Monday. I hope today is a Friday. See you on Monday. And on Monday, I'll now just summarize this on Monday. I'll just summarize this on Monday, and it will be my last take about how to use the different tools on your trading view. Then on Tuesday, I will start off a new lesson, friends. On Tuesday, I'll start off a new lesson again. We are traveling a journey to make sure that we become experts, okay? Thank you so much. How is it not? How is not coin going? I want not coin to go down. I want to buy more not coin. This coin will go to $5, so I love it. So, but I think you're a profit chaser. The coin is about to change. Eh? It is forming what we would call a consolidation. It is forming what we call a consolidation. I hope you can be able to see the current candles. These are pin bars, dojis and pin bars forming up here. Tessie, can you see the dojis and the pin bars? Let me increase my screen. Tessie, can you see the dojis and the pin bars being formed in the same area, which shows there is market rejection to the downside? Tessie, can you see that? There is market rejection to the downside. Tessie, can you see that? Market rejection to the downside. Okay, there is market rejection to the downside, so there is a lot of consolidation here. So I hope the market is going to reverse to the upside. If we go to the other side, if I just press in here the auto Fibonacci, you see it is sitting at the area of the 0 line, which means in the near few hours or days to come, we could see this coin having formed so much consolidation and respecting this support here. We could see it now form an upward movement. Okay, an upward movement. All right. I hope you can see that. You also look at the MACD, the crossovers here. You see, we see this blue line, which is usually a 12 MACD here that looks at the last 12 candles. You will see it planning to make a crossover here, showing sentiments to the upside, showing the upside. Coach, we continue. No. This is for what I was sharing was for people who have been in a business for some time. Okay. So the coin will do well, but me, I want it to drop a little bit. I want to buy more. I want to buy more. Seriously, I want. Even now, I'm going to go and buy. I want to buy more. This coin can easily hit $5. This coin can hit $5. It can change my life. So I want to buy more. All right, friends, have a nice, fantastic day. See you and bye-bye. See you on Monday. Now, friends, those of you who are new, I request you to go, you have 2 days to go through our previous lessons. You can use your RevQ to buy. You go through our previous lessons, you have a full weekend, non-disturbed, so that on Monday now, you come back when you have repeated the lessons to help you